So we have, this first one says k of x minus j of x. So we're going to find those polynomials and subtract them. So here is k of x. So I'm going to write 4x cubed minus x squared minus 3x plus 5. Then we're going to subtract j of x, and here's j of x. 3x squared minus 4x minus 3. It's the same process we did in 2.1. Okay, it's subtraction here, so we have to distribute that negative. So step 1. You're going to subtract by distributing. The negative. So negative 1 times 3 is negative 3x squared. And this is negative. Negative times a negative is a positive 4x. And a negative times a negative is a positive 3. Any questions over that? Okay. Then we're just going to bring this whole polynomial down. And have the 4x cubed minus x squared minus 3x plus 5. And then we're going to combine those like terms. So the 4x cubed is all by itself because there's no other cube. Then the negative x squared and the negative 3x squared, they're like terms. They're the same sign, so I add. This is like a 1 in front. So negative 1 and negative 3 is negative 4x squared. Then the negative 3 and the 4x, they're opposite signs. So we're going to subtract and get positive x. And then the 5 and the 3, they're like terms. So add those and get 8. So this right here is standard form. Of my polynomial. Okay, so you can just arrow it down. Then we need to remember the degree. What is the degree? What is the biggest exponent? 3. So remember the degree is just the biggest exponent. Okay, and how many terms are there? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 terms, so 4 terms. Any questions over that? Okay, I want you guys to do B in your pairs. Good. Okay, so h of x is 2x squared plus 3x minus 4. And g of x, 3x squared minus 4x minus 3. We're adding so we don't have to distribute a negative. We're just going to combine our like terms. So 2x squared and 3x squared is 5x squared. 3x and negative 4, they're opposite signs, so I'm going to subtract and get negative x. The 4 is bigger, so make sure the x is negative. Then negative 4 and negative 3, they're the same sign, so I'm going to add and get negative 7. Our degree then is 2, and how many terms do we have, class? 3. Okay. We're going to skip those two because I think we can add and subtract now. Let's go to the back. We're skipping the next two because I think we got that. We don't need that many more examples. Okay, with multiplying here, this is multiplying. That's what this symbol means. So we're going to do the same thing. When we multiply, we draw the box. M of x has 3 terms, so we need to make this a little bit bigger. Need to break it into 3 pieces. So it's going to be x to the 4th minus x squared plus 6. Is that what it is? Yep. Okay. That's m of x. And g of x is negative 2x and then minus 5. Ladies. Thank you. Now we're going to multiply it through. X to the 4th times 2x, negative 2x is negative 2x5. Negative x squared and negative 2, and negative times a negative makes that positive 2x, x squared, and x is x cubed. 6 and negative 2x is negative 12x's. Then the 4x to the 4th times the negative 5 is negative 5x to the 4th. The negative x squared and negative 5, again, a negative times a negative makes that a positive 5x squared. And 6 times negative 5 is a negative 30. There's no like terms, right? I don't see any. They all have different exponents. So we're just going to write them all. Negative 2x to the 5th plus 2x cubed. Oh, I missed. We have to put the 4. Minus 5x to the 4th. Let me fix this. Okay, so this is plus 12x cubed. The 5 should be first because it's the 4th degree. Then it goes 3rd degree. Now 2nd degree, 2nd exponent, x to the, so plus 5x squared. Then minus 12x. Then minus 30. Okay, so that's everything. That's my standard form. So that should go here. Class, what's the degree? 5. The biggest exponent is 5. And how many terms are there? 6. Any questions over that? Okay. We're going to skip F because I think you guys can multiply. We're going to go to G, just so you know that notation.
We don't have to do F.
No F. Good. Okay, G is f of x, the whole thing squared. So you're going to have a square. You're going to find what f of x is. And f of x is 3x plus 1. So the length and the width of this square are 3x plus 1. Three times 3 is 9x squared. 1 times 3 is 3x. 3x times 1 is also 3x. And 1 times 1 is 1. How are we doing with that? Good. Okay, now we're going to combine our like terms. The 9x squared is all by itself. The 3x and the 3x are like terms. So we combine those so we can get their total area here. So that's plus 6x. And then the 1 plus 1. So that is standard form. Class, what is the degree? Very good. 2. And class, the number of terms? 3. Any questions over that? Okay. In your pairs, do H, please. Okay, so when you write it out, you should have the 3x plus 1. Very good. That first box should be 9x squared. Then 1 times 3 is 3x. Then 3 times negative 1 is negative 3x. And 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. So the 9x squared doesn't change. 3x and negative 3x is what? 0. 0. Don't put an x. It's 0. So you're just left with 9x squared minus 1. Because they cancel each other out, right? Negative 3x and positive 3x equals 0. X's. So you don't need it there. So the degree is 2, and there are 2 terms as well.